A very good morning to all the traders. With the opening bell this morning, I'm Ashley Reeve. It is an absolute pleasure being with you this morning. Let's get started with today's session. Before we get into the discussions, remember it's opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. And so we are at midweek for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Traders, we have had the inflation data yesterday. Phenomenal stream we had. We had the gold price on the minute frames actually move up to the zones that we had anticipated. And we had a break in this area right there, a new support forming, and eventually we went up to the 4719. So the 4708 was broken on the minute frames. Let's actually go there so you can see what I'm actually talking about here. We were broken right there. Look at that. Beautiful break. And during the stream, we had price go down, and attempted to break above. So supports were actually formed here, but it kept on being broken. And this is the nature of commodities, is that they do not respect the support areas. And so with all the supports being formed, none of them coming back, we had this one find support and more towards the oscillators midway mark. And so we extended up later on in the day after this stream. We went back to the area we had anticipated at 4719. We're now correcting here, and we have gone to a bit of recovery. We're seeing a bit of a resistance at this zone here. And not only that, we're seeing the dollar strengthen this morning. At this point in time, we had the PPI coming out, later on today. I see all the guys online there. Jules, John, Houdini, Tshepo, I see you. Sammy, good morning. It's good to have you guys online, yeah? And so we're seeing the dollar strengthen here, guys, which is phenomenal. But also the guys that are obviously against the dollar, which have held their trades in gold to the upside. Remember, we had mentioned we are not looking to hold trades when we're streaming. It's all scalping. And that's exactly what we had done over there. At this point, the oil is the main driver for the morning here at this point, all right? We're seeing the oil price reaching that 105 zone. We had that 3.8 higher notch of inflation coming out in the US, which strengthens the US dollar, obviously, because obviously there's more spending. But like we said in the stream, inflation is a double-edged sword. It should not be considered as a good thing when the inflation or the CPI comes out more, because when inflation rises, as we know now, it's not good for economies. It's good for other parts. Investors could be benefiting from higher interest rates that gets raised after inflation edges up, which is what could possibly happen now. But our focus is actually on the meeting where Trump has gone to Beijing. He's meeting in China. He needs a deal maker to talk to Iran. That's what's coming from this. Now, we're watching the oil price during the meeting. That's very important, all right? Let me just see here. Yes, we are looking for the oil price at this point, or looking towards the oil price. Let me just get an arrow here so you guys can see what I mean. The oil price is our major driver for this meeting, or at least it will be the metric that we use to update, because as the talks go on, we will watch the oil price to see if it subsides or it continues to push to the upside. Now, what's happening technically here, that meeting is for 14th and 15th of May, and we'll be watching. You can stream that live, guys, via YouTube Live. There's many of the news channels that will be streaming it as well. So you can check it out, your Bloombergs, your Sky News, your CNNs, etc. There'll obviously be some bite-size portions coming out there of what's being discussed. There's obviously the high-level meetings that will not be streamed, but the ones that are, or at least the information we have access to, will be there, and it will be streamed. And we'll be looking at the oil price. Now, technically, what we can see today is that the oil has tried to find some more support here, but we had broken through that support, all right? So the technical side here, short-term, 15-minute frame, has been reset. We found a new support. So this is number one. And we'll be looking to see if a second one forms here. We just need this structure here to be broken. Once we get a new high there, we're going to be waiting for a correction for a new support. If a second one holds here and we break out of that one, 105 becomes the retest zone for us with the oil price. What that would mean then, if we come back to the 105, is that we're going to see extended losses on the euro side with the dollar strengthening here. That's the correlation, all right? We're going to see gold extending some losses. We're going to see the US 30 pushing up, down for one more time, possibly down to, the 49578 area and maybe even 49395. Because if the dollar strengthens, we get a weaker stock market. And then obviously we're going to be seeing things like the silver also push down. At this point in time, all right, silver is not 100% correlated with that of the gold price at this point, because obviously, even although they are well moving together, at times during uncertainty, they do go in opposite directions, but not for a long time, possibly just short to medium, and then they realign again. So we're going to be watching the oil price. Right now, the first support seems to be holding, but we need further breaks. So we'll be watching this resistance carefully, 104.440. And once that happens, we're going to be waiting for the second one to form. Now, guys, what's important to note about this meeting, all right? Trump's position here, he has used military force, but he doesn't want a war forever. And so that crashes the U.S. economy before an election. So Xi Jinping's position is very, very powerful. Because China is Iran's biggest customer. They are the only ones Iran might actually listen to because Iran needs China to survive. And so the trade-off is, it's basically called the bargain. It's Trump and Xi are essentially trying to swap favors. Trump says, I'll sell you 500 Boeing planes and maybe ease up on some trade restrictions. Xi says, in exchange, you need to stop the strikes, and I will make sure Iran opens the strait and stops the nuclear expansion. So the market then is impacted in three ways, three bullets, we can call it that. The first bullet is oil. If they reach a deal, oil prices can push down, and that's good for consumers. And if they fail, prices will skyrocket, obviously. And the second bullet there, the confidence, that will be good for the market, right? Because markets love the Boeing deal because it does show the US and China can still do business even when the world is on fire. This is 500 Boeing planes to be sold to China, guys. And then the third bullet there, the dollar, which is a crazy bullet, guys. At this point in time, I tell you that because, if China succeeds in mediating, all right, it makes the US dollar look a little less in charge of the world, and China's influence looks much stronger. So this is a very important meeting for the world. We know that Trump's delegation to Beijing is one of the most powerful groups of American corporate and political leaders. There's about 16 CEOs that has gone with national security representatives. There's a lot of family loyalty and economic leverage. You have your CEOs like Elon Musk, Tim Cook there from Apple. We have Larry Fink from BlackRock. We have Stefan Schwarzman from Blackstone. We have in aviation, Kelly Ortberg from Boeing. So there's a lot of, CEOs going there, which is fantastic on the one side. But on the other, China could be asking questions. Why so many? Why so many? Why is it not, just necessary for Trump and some of his government administration to come? Why should 16 come? Obviously, this is a much bigger deal than what people are thinking. So, guys, please watch out for this. Make sure that you're in it. Watch the breaking news. Do not sleep on it. Why? Because this could be a turn in events, a big turn in events, actually, because we've been seeing for the past almost 3 months now. We're in the middle of May. We started end of February, beginning of March. And we've seen the escalation. And so this could be a turn in events for the oil price and for the stabilization thereof. We may not need to go to complete violence for this thing to end, because this is economically a war, so to speak. All right. So we're going to see how this deal goes down. it is also important for you traders to be at the forefront of knowledge and the understanding thereof, because this helps your day-to-day trading system work out. So if you've not opened an account with us, come and visit the academy. You can log on to our website there, www.tdmarkets.com. Our support team, you can reach them at care@tdmarkets.com. They're waiting for you. Your account manager, if you're not sure who that is, they can help you with that. And if you do know who your account manager is, make sure that you, chat to them. Let them get you into our sessions. We talk about, we chat about, we unravel, unpack all of these things from a fundamental aspect to a technical. We look at the sentiments. We check out all these things in our sessions, guys. All right. And this helps you traders to create more alignment, and it helps you with your schedule as you are, refining your strategy, because this is a long-term journey. You're not looking to trade just short-term. This is a journey that you're on. So make sure that you do that. All right. This is Ashley Reeve here with the opening bell this morning, guys. What a pleasure. What a blessing. Have a fantastic day further. We'll see you guys very soon. And don't forget, we'll be at AFMAS. That is at the end of May. You can check out all our social media platforms. They are and have all the dates, and links that you can lock in with to get your spot and to come and, meet and greet. Come and shake a hand. Come and see where we're at the FMAS. That's in Cape Town at the end of May. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, Trading Room at 2 o'clock. That's tomorrow, 14th of May. It's Ashley Reeve. I'm signing out. Ciao.